Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down for this offense. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if he's going to run it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He's right on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Pass to sticks him still on his feet. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20. Touchdown Broncos. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Just one moment and all of a sudden the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Making its way back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Boise State 7, Stanford 0.
On the double.
A run for the quarterback. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity. On second down, wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Offense set on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Looking for room at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Toss sweep right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He'll take it himself. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Stanford.
Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Takes a shot. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Stanford quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Lost, the defense is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to fire to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Stanford! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in this colossal top 5 showdown today. Virginia Tech looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way so far. They're up by 21 over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The give to the tailback. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field it close to the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
On third down, he drops to throw. Steps away to find some room. Got room at the 35. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll call for the fair catch here. Boise State ready to send out that offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in there. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to scramble. He chucks one out to the right. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. Going for the return. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback keeper breaks the tackle. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Back out there ready to give it another spin. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
14.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw on second down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Stanford wants to push the pace. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Third down play from the gun. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's going to run it. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. A designed run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. It couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass.
He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
That's a really good play by the defense, playing deep to shallow. My job is to stay as deep as the deepest. Make sure I don't get beat deep. If they throw it underneath, I go make a tackle and rally, but I can't give up those deep shots. Great job by the DB.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Past the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Broncos! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a colossal top 5 matchup. Let's fill you in on what's going on. Virginia Tech is putting on an offensive clinic. Almost feels like they were ready the moment they arrived at the stadium. They're up by 25 over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Stanford quickly to the line.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Stanford 28, Boise State 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to make magic with his feet. Bounced off his feet. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He spins that thing down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The RPO, it's complete.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Oh, look out, there he goes! Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. A first down for the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Broncos in the hurry up. Right back to the well. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. To the 10. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Quick strike complete. He's into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by one here in the fourth.
Boise State 29, Stanford 28.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse.
Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Boise State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Number 31.
The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the extra point was good. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. First and 10.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David.
Nothing but green ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Stanford wants to push the pace. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Flushed out of the pocket. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball